Hi everyone. So let's see what is a prefix sum array. Okay. So prefix sum array is a concept which helps you to calculate sum in a given range in constant time. Okay. Like if you would have done this using a normal approach, it would have taken a linear time. Okay. So let's see what do you mean by that. Okay. Consider this first array. Okay. Consider this first array. Okay. So if I ask you to calculate the sum from 0th index to the second index, so what would you do? Okay, so you take a for loop and keep adding the values to some variable. Okay, so first you need to take out 2 plus 3, then 3 plus 2, that is equal to 7. Okay, suppose situation arises when in your problem where you need to calculate the sum again from second index to fourth index. So what you need to do? So again you need to create a for loop and loop from the second to fourth index and need to keep adding the elements, that is 2 plus 4 plus 6. Okay. Okay. So so can there be any concept or any approach by which uh, we can do this in O1 of time? Okay, because by using this for loop we are taking O of an n of time, a big O of an n time. Okay, so there is a concept by which is called prefixed sum. You can use it to your advantage in certain situations. Okay, so let's see how to create a prefix sum array and like where to use it. Okay, if you solve which uses prefix sum, then you would get an intuition whenever you get a question like whether this question is suitable for prefix sum or not. Okay, for to properly implement this concept, you need to solve some problems. Okay, so let's see how to calculate a prefix sum array. So prefix sum array has the same length as the original array. So let's see how to create a prefix sum array. So in the prefix sum array, in the 0th index, what do you do is you insert the same element that is present in the original array, and the next element in the prefix sum array is going to be the sum of the previous element in the prefix sum array plus the next element in the original array. So that's going to be sum of the element in the sum of the previous element present in the prefix sum array, that is equal to 2 plus the next element in the original array, that is equal to 3. Okay, so 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Okay, so let's move to the index 2. So what value is going to be at the index 2? So it's going to be this sum of the previous element in the prefix sum array plus the next element in the original array. So the previous element in the prefix sum array is equal to 5. The next element in the original array is going to be 2. Okay. So what element will be there in the third index of the prefix sum array? So it's going to be the previous element in the prefix sum array plus the next element in the original array. So it's 7 plus 4, that is equal to 11. So let's move to the next index. So what value will we have in the fourth index of the prefix sum array? So it's going to be the previous element in the prefix sum array plus the next element in the original array, that is equal to 11 plus 6 is 17. So what's going to be the element at the fifth index? So it's going to be the sum of the element in the previous index of the prefix sum array plus the next element in the original array, that is 2 plus 17 is equal to 19. So now you have an prefix sum array. Okay, so let's see what's the advantage of this. Okay, suppose I ask you to calculate the sum of the elements from 0 index to second index in the original array. Okay. So what do you going to do? So you are going to loop from 0 to second index, so and fetch the values and add it. So it is 2 plus 3 plus 2. So let's look at the prefix sum array. Okay, so 3 plus 2 plus 2 is how much? 7. Okay, so look at the prefix sum array. We already have 7. Execute a for loop from 0 to second index and fetch the each element and keep on adding it. So instead of that, we can directly get the value, uh, directly get the sum from 0 to second index by using a prefix sum array. See, it's already calculated and is already present, that is 7. Because if I ask you to calculate the sum from 0 to fourth index, so what you would do? So you need to loop from 0 to fourth index and keep on adding the elements like 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6, that is 17. Here you see in the prefix sum array we already have the total sum at the fourth index, that is 17. So we are not looping over the array again. We are simply accessing what's present at the fourth index. So it takes big of 1 constant time. Okay. You may have a question like, for creating the prefix sum, aren't we taking on of time? Yes, we are taking on of time. Then what's its use? Okay, suppose in our code we need to calculate the sum in a given range multiple times. Okay, suppose in some part of our code we need to calculate the sum from 0 to 1. In another part of our code we need to calculate the sum from 0 to 3. Okay, in another part of our code we are calculating the sum from 0 to 5. Okay, so instead of doing that, okay, instead of creating multiple for loops and executing multiple statements, okay, we can directly get the sum within a given range, okay, at a particular index by using prefix sum. Okay, so this is the main idea of prefix sum. So I'm going to give an example, so later in my videos, like where this concept can be used. Okay, so I hope you like my video. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.